So these cops were like the coolest cops I've ever dealt with. I've met a lot of police officers. I've dealt with a lot of police officers. They are typically not friendly to crackheads, which I guess I get. But these particular police officers were from kind of a nicer area, and I don't think they were really used to dealing with people like me. So they were just really chill. They let me smoke a cigarette, which is wild. That's not something that typically happens from the booking. So I'm sitting outside, I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm nodding out and nodding out. And I noticed that a couple of them were standing off to the side, kind of snickering at me. So me being, cool, I have to tell them why I'm nodding out and how they couldn't have handled swallowing the amount of Vicodin I had swallowed. And I think I probably 20 of them I had. Because when you're really heavily addicted to high milligram opiates, you have to replace that milligram. So when there's only, 5 to 10 milligrams per a pill and you're used to taking 80, that's a lot of pills. And me being young and dumb, I didn't realize the danger I was putting myself in because Vicodin does not just have opiates in it. So they rushed me into the emergency room and I meet this doctor and I'm telling him what I took and he's angrily writing all this down. This was back in the early 2000s. They still had paper and pen files. And he writes the word overdose. And I'm like, how is it an overdose if I walked in here? I mean, I was a real cocky little shit. And I remember him slamming the pen on the table and saying, young lady, overdose is exactly what it says. You took over the dose. And then he explained to me the damage of the acetaminophen that was in the Vicodin I swallowed and how I needed to be admitted to the hospital for the next few days to get the acetaminophen out of my liver or I could potentially die. So I'm admitted to the hospital, carried upstairs on a hospital bed. They had me on a heart monitor, an EKG, in the emergency room. They detached it, put me on a portable EKG, and transported me up to the third floor. And on the way up, I asked the orderly, "Is this really necessary?" Talking about the EKG. He opens up my file and reads it, and he says, "Oh, they didn't tell you?" And I said, "No, tell me what?" He said, "Oh, they think you had a heart attack." Had no idea.